All right, everybody. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Team Prime. It's been nice to connect and reconnect. We just had our event in California, and I've been thinking a lot since Anaheim. Conventions are always cool, the lights, the background, the announcements, had some performances, the recognition is cool. But honestly, this time, that's really not what stuck with me. And I want to share again, some of the highlights, I guess, and some of the things that really stood out for me. What stuck with me was seeing practitioner after practitioner get on stage. I'm talking doctors, chiropractors, people that have spent years going against this type of holistic healing or holistic wellness, let's say, but people that have spent years helping other people and then hearing them say, I've never seen anything like Ollie Life before. So for me, usually when I go to an event and they have a doctor on stage, like it's so boring, you know? But whether or not I could, keep up with what they were saying, it was a different conversation and it hit different, you know? And while they were talking, I kept looking around the room, thinking to myself, geez, you know what? Some of the people in the room have no idea the opportunity they're sitting in right now. And that's usually how opportunities work, right? See, most people don't recognize opportunity until they're looking in the rearview mirror, right? And like I said, a good friend once told me sometimes you got to rip off that rearview mirror. Look, I'd be lying if I say I've never missed an opportunity before, because I have. And you'd probably be lying if you said that you've never missed opportunities before. You probably missed some opportunities. But I can promise you guys one thing, that after this weekend, I realized that I'm not missing this one. And I really hope that each and every one of you on the call don't either. Because here's what I've learned after so many years of being in business, whether it's network marketing, whether it's traditional business, whether it's just something that's disruptive, it's life in general. Businesses don't explode because the timing is perfect. Businesses explode because enough people decide to go all in at the same time. That's it. We saw it in Hawaii. I honestly feel like we're getting super close to that point. Like we're at that tipping point. And the part that I want everyone to really understand is that for those of you guys that are waiting, you need to stop. Stop waiting until you feel ready. Because I'm learning more and more every day. Nobody feels ready. We don't feel ready. I mean, I wasn't ready when I started my first business. I knew nothing about business. I was a singer. What did I know about the mortgage industry? I wasn't ready when I moved halfway across the world to live in the Philippines by myself. I knew one person, or, spend the last 4 years in Dubai. I wasn't ready. Some of the biggest decisions in my life I've ever made, I wasn't ready for most of them. But here's what I found out. When you make a decision to move, clarity will slowly start to show up, right? You'll start to realize why God moved you in the first place. And faith has always worked that way. See, I realize God rarely gives us the whole blueprint. I think he gives us enough for the next step. You know what I mean? And then maybe the next step after that, then another. But I guarantee if God showed us the entire journey, we'd probably talk ourselves out of it. I realized that if I want to have success, I needed to stop asking for the whole map. If I wanted to have the life that I was meant to have, I needed to stop asking for the whole map. I just needed to take the next step. And that's all you need to do. each and every one of you on this call just has to make that commitment to say, I'm going to take the next step. One invite, one follow-up, one IPE, one more conversation. And it's crazy how one conversation can completely change your entire year. I mean, think about your own life right now. Somebody introduced you to something. Somebody made one phone call. Somebody invited you somewhere, right? One conversation literally changed your direction of where you were going. So why can't you be that conversation for somebody else? Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. I really want you guys to really, really take this in. There was a conversation that happened in your life. I don't know if it was when you were a kid, if it was with your parents, or it was just recently, but one conversation literally changed your trajectory, your direction in your life for the better. So why can't you be that conversation for somebody else? And that's why I keep talking about going out there and talking to people. I keep talking about volume. Not because bigger numbers sound cool, because volume gives God something to work with. See, you plant more seeds, you get a bigger harvest. Is that not correct? I think it's actually pretty simple, right? And we've all heard this. The farmer doesn't pray over one seed and hope for harvest, right? He plants the field, and then he just trusts the process. And that's our business too. And it can be frustrating. And I think many times, most times, we make this business harder than it has to be. See, guys, we're not trying to convince people. We're trying to expose people to the greatest opportunity I think we'll ever have in our lives up to this point, or we've ever had up to our lives up to this point, right? And there's a big difference because people will always make their own decisions. Our job is just to make sure they have enough information to actually see what they're deciding on. See, to me, this convention proved something else too. This company's growing. I mean, it was our team. When I say our team, like when I first got started, there was 4 or 5, 6 of us having an idea of like, maybe we should do this. And I see the company start to grow. The leadership is growing. The products are growing. The science behind the products are growing. Just science in general. I mean, gosh, people are talking about not aging anymore and things grow, limbs growing back. I mean, it's crazy. So when the science grows, to me, the credibility grows. So when the science grows and the credibility grows, guess what else has to grow, guys? Our responsibility. If you're from Hawaii, our kuleana. That has to grow. And that's why I'm asking every single one of you guys to be obsessed with the basics. Okay? Not obsessed with looking successful, but you have to be obsessed with the basics. And what are the basics? It's inviting, it's following up, it's getting the information in front of people. It's our ROI 7. I mean, think about that. How many leaders that were even in our organization got in front of the stage and said, the Olynation Prime website, I use that. I want to follow that. It's simple. It's duplicatable. So if you're doing the ROI 7 before every IPE, your guests are going to walk in different. They're already going to have a belief before they even sit down. That's how you get the sale. That's duplication. Okay? One more time. You can do all the IPEs in the world and not close a single one. But if you make sure that you're running them through the ROI 7 before an IPE, meaning you're showing them what is PEMF video, you're following the OlynationPrime.com website, your guests are going to leave differently. They're going to leave as distributors. They're going to leave as customers because that's how duplication happens. That's how organizations are built. And don't forget, guys, look, we have an amazing giveaway. Amazing, right? Probably the best one yet, because we're giving away a pink floating flamingo. Okay. We're also giving away Bomber Air. We're giving away a G1 goggle. Okay. And every brand partner you personally enroll from today till the 4th of July gets you another entry. But here's what I love most, guys. It gives you another reason to reach back out to people. Because why do we have these, promotions? Not because we love giving away stuff. Don't get me wrong. It's fun, right? We're helping our team to learn the right behavior. See, you guys consistently get on this call, and y'all are amazing. But what we want to do is we want more people on this call. We want to grow this call. And the only reason is because you guys already know the right behaviors to get on this call, right? Every week, right? Every time we have these calls, you guys are consistently on this call because you want more out of life. We got to do the same. Sometimes people just need a reason to look again. So you have to give them one. So I'm going to leave you all with this and we're done, guys. I really believe your life changes when your expectations change. If you wake up expecting something good to happen, when you expect to meet the right person in your life, when you expect someone to say, yes, I want to be part of your organization, I want to be part of Ollie Life, then you can expect God to open a door you couldn't have opened by yourself. You need to walk like it's already happening because eventually it will happen for you. All right, guys? So let's go out there. Let's complete at least our 2 a day. Make sure that we're following the system, our ROI 7, before we do our IPEs. Okay? We do our IPEs and we help people. We get obsessed with helping people, with sharing this product, but it doesn't work unless we do the ROI 7 before we share the product. Yeah, it might work sometimes, but if we want consistency, we want 9 out of 10, we want 10 out of 10. Okay? So let's keep stacking, guys, because championships aren't won in one, weekend, in 1 week. They're won by people who keep showing up when nobody's watching, and that's all of y'all. But we need to make sure that we take more people with us. We got to make sure that we take the thousands of people that got started in this organization with us. All right? I love you guys. Let's go out and let's build something special. Today, over the next 4 days, for our 4th of July, let's not use this as an excuse, but let's use this as something that's going to give back our independence. All right, guys? So with that being said, take care, take charge. God bless. Appreciate you all. And I'll see you guys on our call that's happening tomorrow with none other than Jen and Calorie. Just phenomenal M1s, but literally legends in this industry. All right, they're going to be doing our opportunity call tomorrow. Stay tuned for information, and we'll see you guys all at the top. Take care.